I know that you're familiar with the U.S. Sudan Claims Agreement and the legislation that the State Department is asking Congress to pass to implement that international agreement. Let me be clear, Sudan is at a very fragile moment, and I have consistently indicated for more than a year that the administration should do much more to support the fledgling democracy than it has done. I support a Sudan claims deal, but I also believe this deal falls short. And I have some questions about how the administration, whether or not it has a commitment to make it better. The legislation the State Department is seeking refers to, quote, fairness for U.S. victims. But is it fair that the State Department left 9/11 families completely out in the cold in the Sudan negotiations? Is it fair that you intentionally excluded their claims from the Sudan deal? You conveniently did not share that fact with Congress. And then you push Congress to pass legislation that would have completely terminated all 9/11 claims against Sudan. So I want to hear from you. That doesn't strike me as a fair deal. It's a slap in the face to our fellow citizens who lost loved ones in 9/11. So speak to me about this concept of fairness that you seem to have, not you personally, but the State Department.
Well, the agreement addresses the existing claims from victims of the Cole bombing and the embassy bombings that occurred in East Africa. Those claims are longstanding. They have been through the court system, and we believe that this deal offers a fair basis, as do the victims themselves, who have essentially accepted the deal. Subsequent to all this, there was the introduction of the possibility of 9/11 claimants. And during the last round of negotiations on the continuing resolution, the administration did send a letter up to the Hill, and we were prepared to offer compromises that would have, we think, provided a high level of protection for any future claims of 9/11 victims against Sudan that achieved status in a U.S. court. I'd be happy to. I don't have the specifics in front of me. It's very legalistic language. I'd be happy to get that to you right away this morning.
It is very legalistic, and I'm familiar with it. Let me just say I will oppose any Sudan legislation that fails to preserve and protect the 9/11 claims to make sure that 9/11 families are not stomped upon by the administration. And I hope the State Department will reluctantly come along. I have not seen the text. Congress has not seen the text of the U.S.-Sudan agreement. Can you commit to sharing the text of the agreement with Congress by the end of the week?
Well, we sent a letter that described the nature of the agreement. I will go back to our legal advisor's office. I don't know that we have in fact, I'm confident we've not finalized the agreement itself, so we don't have anything yet to share. But we did describe in some detail the essential elements of the agreement.
Well, you can't ask Congress, Mr. Secretary, it's like playing games here. You can't ask Congress to pass implementing legislation for an international agreement, basically asking us to sign on the dotted line, yet you won't let us see the agreement. That's absurd. So I'm not going to sign on to something that I can't even see. So until we get to that point, count me out. And I think we may bring others along with us. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.